So we'll do one more planning and operational variance. So this question was asked in ACCA exam in June 2017. We'll start from the required. The required is calculate the material variances in as much detail as the information allows for the month of February. So we have to find out the material variance in detail. Calculate the labor efficiency variance in as much as the information allows for the month of February. So they are also asking for labor efficiency variance alone. Okay, they don't want all the variances, so we'll do accordingly. And finally, he says, assess the performance of the production manager for the month of February. Okay, so that's about the question here. So let's start from the top. So as and when we read the question, we'll also get the numbers and we'll put it. So the school uniform company, SUCO, manufactures school uniform. One of its largest contracts is the Girls Private School Trust, which has 35 schools across the country, all with the same school uniform. After a recent review of the uniform at the GPST schools, the school's spring-summer dress has been redesigned to incorporate a dropped waist band. Each new dress now requires 2.2 meters of material. Okay, so first I think that is quite important information. So first we'll set the information. So we need information like SP, AP, SQ and AQ. Okay, so each new dress now requires, he says, so that means it should be the revised standard quantity. So revised standard quantity is 2.2 meters required now, which is 10% more than the material than the previous style of dress required. Okay, so this is like 10% more than the previous dress style. So I think he wants us to find out the RSQ. Okay, RSQ from here. So RSQ is 2.2. So the standard was, okay, the original standard was just 2.2, but the 2.2 represents 10% more material. That means 110 material is currently now there, and normally it would be only 100% of material. So if we solve, we'll get the answer. So earlier it was 2 meters of cloth. Okay, 2 meters per unit. So every dress you will put it as unit, and the revised is 2.2 meters, okay, per unit. So we'll start. However, a new material has also been chosen by the GPST, which costs only 2.85 per meter, which is 5% cheaper than the material used on the previous dress. Okay, so they have found a new dress which is like currently 2.85 only per meter. So I think that is the revised standard quantity, $2.85 per meter. Okay, so what should have been the standard price? The standard price would have been 5% lower. So we'll work out that also. So out of this, say what he says, which is 5% cheaper than the material used in previous tests. Okay, so this is the new price. So what should be the old price? The old price would have been this represents 95%. So the old price would have been 100. Okay, so let's solve it and we'll get the answer. So it is $3 per meter. Right, we got this number also. So numbers are hidden here, that's a problem. In February, the total amount of materials used and purchased at this price was 54,560. Okay, so that is the AQ, right? So AQ is 54,560. Okay, so we got as much as information as possible. So let's see what has happened. But it is the meters. Okay, it is the AQ meters we got. What is the price per meter? Okay, actual price per meter, we don't have that. See, he says the total amount of materials purchased, materials used and purchased at this price he says. Okay, so I think 2.85 would also be the AP. Okay, that's what he is trying to mention. 2.85 would be the price. So they have bought and used at this price only, at a lower price only. Okay, so SP, AP, and RSP are, we got it. SQ, we have to get it. Okay, we have to get it. So when we know actual number of units produced, we can put SP, sorry, SQ. AQ is already there, and for RSQ also we need the actual number of units produced. Okay, so they have given another paragraph. I think this paragraph is for the labor hours, because see, it tells you minutes and hours and all. So I think we'll leave this entire paragraph. Let's see here. It says activity levels for February were as follows. Budgeted production and sales was 30,000 units. Actual production and sales have been only 24,000 units. Okay, so 24,000 is the actual units. So what should we do? Should add another line. So SQ will be 2 into 24,000 units. So 48,000 meters is the SQ. AQ also we got. Okay, RSQ alone we have to again get it. So 52,800 meters is the RSQ. Okay, so I think now we got all the numbers. From here on, it's like solving the problem is like quite easy. So rather than working out in planning variance, operational variance, we'll work it out in terms of material price variance. Okay, and usage variance. Okay, so material price planning variance, material price operational variance, material usage planning variance, material usage operational variance. So we have all the variances here. So we'll work out quickly. I think here also we'll put the kind of similar headings. So hope you got here. So you have the price and planning. Okay, sorry. You have the price planning and operational and usage planning and operational. Okay, both you have. So let's quickly get the answer here. The answer is going to be first one AQ. AQ, how much we have? AQ is here 54,560. SP, RSP we have to get. SP is 3. RSP is 2.85. The next one is, again it is AQ, RSP minus AP. AQ, RSP. So RSP is 2.85. What is AP? AP is also 2.85. Okay, we'll go to the next one. Material usage planning variance. So it is SP, SQ, RSQ. SP is 3 into SP. SQ is 48,000 meters minus RSQ. RSQ is 52,800. So again, SP, RSQ minus AQ. SP is here. RSQ minus AQ is what we want. AQ is 54,560. Okay, so that's it. We can copy all the numbers and we can get the answer. Okay, so we got all the numbers. So let's see whether it's favorable or adverse. They should have sold at 3. They have sold at 2. They should have spent 3. They have spent only 2.85. So it is favorable. For 0, there is neither favorable or neither adverse. These are adverse. Why they are adverse? They should have used 48,000 meters. They have used 52,800 meters. So that is bad. Again, when the standard was revised, they should have used 52,800 meters. Still, they have used 54,560 meters. Okay. So again and again, they seem to be like bad only here. Okay. So we have finished our material variances. So now I think we can go to the labor variance and we can do it. Okay. So they just want labor efficiency variance in detail, right? That is what they want. So the numbers that we want, I think first we'll get that. See, the numbers that we want is RSR and RSH. Okay, these are the numbers we want. Apart from that, we also want SR. Okay, we also want AH and SH. Okay, so SH also we want. We also want AH. Okay, so I think AR is not required. So these are the numbers that we want. Let's see. Let's see how we'll get it. So we'll read the question. The design of the new dresses has meant that a complicated new sewing technique needed to be used. Consequently, all staff required training before they could begin production. The manager of the sewing department expected each of the new dress to take 10 minutes to make as compared to 8 minutes per for the old style. Okay, so I think they have given us the hint. The hint is the old one should take 10 minutes. Sorry, the old one took 8 minutes, 8 minutes per dress, and the new revised one is 10 minutes per dress. Okay, so we'll move on. SU has 24 staff, each of whom works 160 hours per month and is paid a wage of 12 per hour. Okay, so the standard rate is 12 per hour. It's $12 per hour. Okay, and they are working for 160 minutes. Okay, all staff worked all of their contracted hours in February on production on the GPST dresses, and there was no idle time. No labor rate variance arose in February. Okay, so there's no labor rate variance at all. So the actual number of units produced is 24,000. So what is the AH? Okay, what is going to be the AH? See, that is the tricky part here. Okay, see the AH he has given indirectly. See, SU has 24 staff. Each of them are working for 160 hours per month. Okay, and is paid this much. Okay, so there are 24 staff who are working for 160 hours. Okay, that means they are working for a total of 3840 hours. Okay, so what is the total number of standard hours that should have been? Okay, standard hours should have been 8 minutes. So we'll convert that into 60. If we convert, we'll get the hours calculation. So 8 by 60 into how many have they produced? They have produced 24,000 units. So done. So I think we can get the answer. We'll put the answer here. So this number should be similar to this number, not too much different. It should be similar to this number. I think that is also correct. So next we'll work out the RSH. So RSH is going to be the same calculation except for that minutes is going to be changed. It's going to be 10 minutes. Okay. Okay, it's going to be 4,000 hours. Okay, so we have got almost all the numbers. We have to get the revised standard rate. Okay, what is going to be the RSR? Should we need RSR? I think RSR is not required at all. So AR is not there and RSR also is not in the formula. So we can work out the concept here. So we don't need a rate variance. We just need so let's insert the formula here. So labor efficiency planning variance is going to be SR. SR is 12 into SH minus RSH. SH is 3,200 hours minus RSH is 4,000 hours. And we'll also work out labor efficiency operational variance. So that is SR into RSH. RSH is 4,000 hours minus AH. AH is 3,840 40. So let's find out the adverse or favorable. They should have worked for uh, total of 3,200, but they have worked for 4,000, so that is adverse. They should have worked for 4,000, but it's revised it, and they should have worked only. They have worked for only 3,840, so that is favorable. Okay, so it's not that they are lazy and all. They have finished their work in the available time. So I think we got all the answers here. So the final part is a theory question. Okay, the theory question is going to be a comment, but for comment they have given 8 marks. Okay, let's see how to comment and get the answer. First we'll comment for the material variance, then we'll come to labor. See, in terms of labor, they're asking how the production manager has performed. Okay, so we'll take it as point number 1. So price wise, if you see, uh, the standard price was 3.3 and it has been reduced. Okay, it has been reduced, and that is 2.85. Okay, so for material price planning variance, the uh, production manager is not responsible. Okay, so production manager has 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 achieved to produce the dresses at okay, not to produce. The production manager has bought goods. I think bought goods input has bought the raw materials at the RSR of okay. So he has like bought the actual rate has been the revised standard rate. So that's why there's no variance at all. Okay, that's the first point. Second point, we'll put it in terms of usage variance. Discuss about the usage variance. So usage variance also, the revised variance is like they are revising to use more materials. Okay, but the production manager has used more and more materials than the what to say than the allowed. Okay, why it has occurred? Because uh, see, this requires the design of the new dress has meant that the complicated new sewing technique has to be needed. Okay, and consequently all staff required training before they could begin production. Okay, so that might be the problem. So the production manager has gone above the revised standard R. Okay, and that has produced a adverse variance. Okay, adverse variance of 5280. Okay, but why it has occurred? Okay, that we'll put. Why it has occurred? It has occurred because staff might have used more material and tried with the new technique. Okay, and tried with the new technique. this might have resulted in more material usage. Okay, so I think they might have tried it again and again, so that might have led to more material being used. Okay, so this is the comment here. So we'll also get the comment from for the labor variance. So labor variance, you see, they have reduced, uh, they have increased the time to produce, okay, by 800 hours, but still he has produced it within the time. So we can put like this. So the production manager has been efficient in producing within the revised standard hour okay, revised standard hour. So this might have been due to the staff learning quickly and improving their speed of stitching. Okay, so that might have been the reason. So we got 5 reasons here, and that's what I could pick out. So I think there's still one more paragraph. The production manager and SU is responsible for all purchasing and production issues which occur. So he's producing and he's also purchasing. SUCO uses standard costing, and usually every time a design change takes place, the standard cost is updated prior to production commencing. However, the company accountant responsible for updating the standards has been off sick for the last 2 months. Consequently, the standard cost for the new dress has not been updated. Okay, so the variance has occurred. Okay, if any variance has occurred, it's like mostly. So if you see, okay, has the manager done a good job? Production manager, see, he has like contributed a minus 5280 of materials has been used a lot. Okay, but still, in terms of getting efficiency from labor, he has given 1920. So overall, this month he has not done, as due to new changes, he has not done well. But over the next month, okay, I think he could do a better job. Okay, he will do a better job. Okay, so that's about this question. We'll move on to the next one.